up, you guys? Welcome to the April 27th edition of NBA 3-Ball presented by Establish the Run. I'm your host, Mike Gallagher, getting ready to break down some busy Monday action as usual. And we're going to talk one news item, doing it in 10 minutes. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe, please. And it's John Wall. He is out for the season with a hamstring issue. Thought he was getting shut down. Comes one game after they get eliminated. Kevin Porter Jr. also has cleared protocols. He will start. He is rocket shipping. He should have a monster finish to this season. This is why you stashed him. Jackpot. Kevin Porter Jr. should have a monster finish to the year. We also have Daniel House will be back. Also Christian Woods off the injury report. So a lot of those Armani Brookses and Anthony Lambs, DJ Wilsons, all those dudes you were using on Saturday, they're kind of going away here. But headline here, obviously, KPJ. Jayshawn Tate still banged up, but should play, has a back issue and an ankle issue. But he loses that point guard role he was getting for a couple games. But yeah, it'll be KPJ's offense the rest of the way, expecting huge numbers. Let's get right to the basketball action. A lot of injuries and stuff to talk about. Going to start with the Pistons. Mostly had their guys, Grant, Plumlee, Corey Joseph out there. No back-to-backs, but chances one guy sits. Nothing really to take away from there. Sekou Doumbouya was ahead of Tyler Cook. This guard rotation is such a mess. You hate to see Corey Joseph only getting 22 minutes. Started hot. A little garbage time related here. Frank Jackson cooking, kind of. 18 minutes. Dwayne Casey said he wants to run 3-guard lineups just because he has so many guards. But, yeah, this is a mess. Hawks only get 86 points. Headlines or injuries here. Kevin Huerter looks like a shoulder stinger. We'll see. Hopefully it's nothing more. Obviously, he'd be really important. Don't worry about that yet. If it is a stinger, that's what Nate McMillan said. But we do have to worry about what happened to Brandon Goodwin. Ankle issue, probably going to miss time. So Chris Dunn returned. Looked horrible. 0 of 5. Turned the ball over once. Yeah, we'll see. They'll be able to figure it out. Lou Williams was ill today, so he didn't play. So he would obviously benefit quite a bit. Trey lurking, should be back. Hopefully not out for too long. Lakers beat the Magic, no surprise there. AD, no official cap on him, gets 31 minutes. Good stuff there. He also, interestingly, said he expects to play in back-to-backs. He got plenty of rest when he was injured. He said, I don't know if I buy that. That would be pretty foolish in my opinion. Schroeder, wrote him up in matchups. Great game from him. 10 of 18 shooting, 21 points, 10 dimes. He's playing really, really well. Harrell back in the backup 5 role. That'll kind of be fluid, going to be pretty annoying, especially now that AD is back. You're pretty much going to fade the non-Drummond big man. Magic dropped this one. Lots of takeaways here. Chuma Okeke, nice bounce back offensive game for him. 18 points on pretty good shooting. Wendell Carter Jr., 29 minutes with a cap on him. Did tweak his ankle late, so that's something to certainly watch. That would obviously open up Mo Bamba. And then, as I mentioned previously, they did go with a 9-man rotation. Ty Corbin coached for Steve Clifford, but certainly it's because of all these injuries. Ennis and Terrence Ross didn't play. So they're going to probably stick with 9-man. I think Ross is going to miss another one. Maybe Ennis is back before. But, Bacon's getting a ton of playing time. Doesn't do much besides score. Gary Harris not quite clicking offensively either. 76ers get most of their key guys back in Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid are all out there. Easy game. Season high 22 steals. OKC is just a treasure trove of defensive stats. Drew Dinkmeyer wrote a great story on it last week about how it's the case. But yeah, really no takeaways as these guys are kind of getting back healthy. Blew them out. Thunder dropped this one. Baisley, solid 14-7 on good shooting. Poku got up there in playing time. Ran the point a little bit more than usual today. Moses Brown, pretty good game. No Tony Bradley in the front end of a back-to-back. No Lou Dort. They play Boston. Probably will get one of those two guys back, so things won't be quite as safe for Moses Brown as Isaiah Roby was a straight backup 5-man. And Charlie Brown, Philadelphia native, gets some run. Ty Jerome flamethrowing in the first half. Didn't really do much in the second half. Spurs get the win. Outstanding game from DeMar DeRozan with 37 points. Is that including me? Bad news here. Derek White, ankle sprain. Looked pretty bad. Landed on a jump and turned his ankle horribly. Took him a while to get off the court. Yeah, probably missing time here. So you're going to look for a lot of DeJounte workload. Certainly see a little bit more Lonnie Walker. Patty Mills was big time. Hit some big shots late. Rudy Gay did return from his back issue. That'll help Keldon Johnson if they don't have to worry about Derek White. Keldon had a pretty good game here too. Wizards dropped this one. They do get Rui Hachimura back, 32 minutes. Alex Len starts. No Robin Lopez. Len picked up the minutes. Gets his first fourth quarter minutes since April 5th. Gafford picked up some foul trouble. Anthony Gill actually cut into him as he went with a kind of a Gill Bertans front court in the first half before Len kind of cut into Gafford. Not worried about Gafford. Things just kind of went bad. Maybe back-to-back was related here as well. Bradley Beal scores 45 without any threes. Crazy enough, him, Westbrook, Keldon Johnson, DeMar, and DeJounte all had big scoring nights without threes. You don't see that too often these days. Huge win for the Suns in the road back-to-back at Madison Square Garden. Mikal Bridges, big-time game from him. 21 from him. Booker, another really good game from him with 33. Chris Paul hit some daggers late to seal the deal. Cam Johnson didn't start, but had some pretty good defense. Got 30 minutes, more than Torrey Craig, who started in a matchup spot against Julius Randle. Not much of note on the Knicks. Moving to the Raptors, getting a win. Kem Birch is kind of the highlight here. 14 points, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 29 minutes, great shooting. Kyle Lowry and him had some really good energy and flow together. After the game, Kyle Lowry said that he wants to get him paid, which was a total Kyle Lowry thing to say. But yeah, I said earlier in the solo pod, I think Birch is going to be awesome this week. So 5 games, off to a really good start. Pascal Siakam, when he plays, he's pretty good. I'm expecting him to be great, but again, they're going to probably rest him and/or Lowry and/or Van Vliet and/or OG, who scored 20 again. OG's offense is just rolling. And also Malachi Flynn, great game from him off the bench. Gary Trent Jr. didn't play, so obviously if any of these dudes are resting, certainly look for Malachi Flynn to build off this game. Shorthanded Cavs dropped this one. Colin Sexton out again for concussion. Hartenstein out for concussion, and then Larry Nance hurt his hand last night, and he's out again with the thumb injury. Sounds like he's going to miss multiple games here. So they were really shorthanded. Okoro, big minutes, 20 points from him. Certainly going to see a lot of Allen and Garland connection. And Jetty Austin, kind of outhouse to penthouse role-wise, gets 38 minutes. He should see a lot of time. Kevin Love, kind of a moment of frustration with the kind of just punching the ball and giving the Raptors basically 3 points. Didn't do media after the game. Maybe the team punishes him, finds him, benches him, maybe keeps him out of game. We'll see. So definitely keep your eye on that. Big Bulls win. Daniel Tice drops 23, 12, and 5 assists. Fantastic game from him. Kobe White struggled with the shot. Still looking pretty good role-wise. And marking pretty solid game as well. Vooch going to do what Vooch does. Still waiting for Patrick Williams to score. Not going to happen, so certainly kind of off the radar for now. Injuries for the Heat in the loss. No Kendrick Nunn for a neck issue after they listed him with an elbow issue. Tyler Hero's foot certainly bothering him, possibly missing more time. And then Andre Iguodala, kind of maintenance day for him. So yeah, it's going to be Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo kind of carrying to the finish line according to Spo. Mentioned in matchups that Jimmy Butler's role is going to be aces the rest of the way. Bam also getting the ball a lot more. Saw Dragic get his minutes up there to 35. He'll be maintained when they need to keep him down. Duncan Robinson also was ill, didn't finish this game, so he got cut down. That guy gave Vincent more minutes. But yeah, tough loss for the Heat. Timberwolves beat the Jazz again, 3-0 against the Jazz. After the game finished, they used kind of Cat as a decoy, and D'Angelo was fantastic, man. Kind of the game winner here. Rudy Gobert didn't cover him for a free layup to get the win. Yeah, Russell played pretty good defense last couple games too, so his role's looking great even though he's coming off the bench. Finished, they were using Cat as a decoy, interestingly enough, after the way they've covered him the last couple games. Defense is significantly better too, so they've kind of figured it out. They were kind of playing really loose, but they've tightened it up a little bit. Certainly can't call them a good defense. They're really bad. But yeah, the Wolves are going to be maybe falling out of that top 3 lotto spot. That would not be good for their lottery protected pick. Big win for the Pelicans. Headline here, Billy Hernan-Gomez starts for Steven Adams. 31 minutes, double-double, 3 steals and a block. Really good game from him overall, not just on the stat sheet. So if Adams is going to miss more time, don't think that's going to be happening. He would be a pickup. Don't pick him up yet unless you have unlimited moves. Besides that, starters played great. Clippers dropped this one. Paul George hurt his ankle. Keep an eye on that. Big game on Wednesday against the Suns. Lonzo Ball, 2 games in a row now. He's really done a good job on Paul George, so credit to Lonzo. Easy Nuggets win over the Grizzlies. MPJ, man, missed his showtime. Michael Porter Jr., 31, coming off a career high on Saturday. Just locked in. Dylan Brooks couldn't do a thing. So a lot of 2-pointers, a lot of transition stuff. Just an awesome game. He's really locked in right now. Also, Dozier's minutes are solid. Campazzo's minutes are solid. They're going to be a little bumpy, but still think they're going to be pretty solid the rest of the way. Not much to say on the Grizzlies besides Jaren Jackson fouled a lot and John Morant's fix. Talked about that previously. Moving to the Kings, getting a win. Injury here. Harrison Barnes, adductor strain. It was obvious right the second he suffered it. Probably missing time here, so that helps DeLon. That helps Mo Harkless probably the most. Obviously, Durant's probably already owned. Helps Terrence Davis a little bit. Certainly helps Rashawn Holmes. So much for that 20-minute limit. Goes for 25 minutes, 24 points, man. Holmes is back on the scene in a hurry. Halliburton looking good. Buddy Hield's minutes were down a little bit. Went to the locker room, I thought. May have just been the check on Harry B, but he obviously benefits here. They also went really big in this game with a little double big lineup with some Metu power forward minutes. Something to keep an eye on. That was kind of a matchup thing against Luka, I think. Mavericks dropped this one. No Josh Richardson, no KP, no JJ Redick. Also, Maxi Kleba hurt, possibly aggravated his back injury. Didn't play in the second half. So we saw Trey Burke pick up the run, much to my chagrin, with a lot of Jalen Brunson shares. So that was tough to swallow. Not panicking on Brunson. I expect him to be better. Possibly, maybe Luka sits today. I don't think Luka looked right. Forced a lot of shots. Wasn't getting in the paint. Partly because of the matchup or how the Kings were defending him. But, that's fine. We'll just keep an eye on that. Dwight Powell does kind of lose the minutes to Willy Cauley-Stein, kind of as we were expecting there. And then Dorian Finney-Smith, he was gassed in this game. Was questionable coming into it. Keep an eye on that for the back-to-back. But certainly, if he's out there, expect a lot of stats for him. The ads page, going to kind of go off guys that strengthen their value, not necessarily guys that I just keep talking about from earlier today, Solo Pod and Monday's edition. Yeah, Ken Birch, he was the top guy before, even more sold. Keldon with the Derek White thing, certainly a guy that I would want on pretty much most of my rosters. Daniel Tice playing lights out. Jetty Osman clearly deserving to be rostered in more leagues with the way things are shaking out. Keep an eye on that Kevin Love thing. Malachi Flynn, probably a pretty good shot to start today, whether it be for Van Vliet or Lowry or both. Mo Harkless, definitely the guy I think benefits from the Harrison Barnes injury. I think Barnes is going to miss time. Adductor strain, certainly no joke. Maybe it's minor, we'll see, but I think Harkless is okay. Willy Cauley-Stein, another guy that is going to benefit here, probably will be looking at a pretty good workload. Not expecting Kleba to play. Maybe KP comes back, that's why he's a little bit lower here. Patty Mills benefits from Derek White. I'll take him over Lonnie Walker. Trey Burke, not quite buying it here. And then Terrence Davis, kind of the low-key guy from the Harry B injury. That's it. Catch you tomorrow.